Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
Okay, story time. Like 5 months ago, I started playing Hearts of Iron, maybe 4 months ago. And for like one day, and I got very frustrated over like 3 hours of playing because it looked really cool. And I later realized that I didn't realize it was paused. That's not it's that's actually a few months later realizing that's my mistake. I've been trying it again, and I'm a little better, but I still keep losing. I'm always USA. I know you should start as Italy or Germany or Russia as starting, but I want to be USA, and I see in one of the trees there's a Monroe Doctrine tree, so like I want to take over the entirety of South and North America, and every time, even if I use like a manpower cheat, then eventually Canada just conquers me. And my issue is I always panic, and I like select a bunch of troops and tell them to go this way, but I don't know how to select a few of them to stay back and hold the line. And so I always end up just having it always ends the same way. Canada just surrounds me, and my pocket of like 2 million soldiers, and then the game just goes on for like 20 minutes more of them just getting killed. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? This is Caleb from Cubo Gaming. In this video, I will be going over the basics on how to play out Hearts of Iron 4 in 5 minutes or less. This is a basic overview of how to play the game so you can jump in as a beginner, so I won't be going over anything in depth. So the first thing you need to do when you get straight into the game is pick a country.
Yes.
The country you choose is all up to your personal preference.
USA.
So there are interesting countries and there are uninteresting countries. The interesting countries have their own dedicated focus trees that are unique to that country, and the uninteresting countries all have
I have to ask this question or I won't pay attention. On my version, all I have is the Polish flag down here. I don't have these other ones.
their own. So there are interesting countries and there are uninteresting countries. The interesting countries have their own dedicated focus trees that are unique to that country, and the uninteresting countries all have the same general preset focus tree. If you're wondering what a focus tree is, the point of the focus tree is to either make your country stronger or weaker depending on the choices you make, whether it be turning your country communistic or maybe creating the most unstoppable country. It really just depends on the choices you make, so make sure you read through the options really carefully.
There's actually a way. There's ways you can make your country weaker by choosing wrong paths.
Before you select a unstoppable country. It really just depends on the choices you make, so make sure you read through the options really carefully before you select them. So a good country to start out as a beginner is Italy. So starting out as Italy, you automatically start in a war against Ethiopia, so you get straight into the action.
This
So
is
getting
in the
straight into it,
tutorial.
what you'll need to do is you'll need to highlight all the troops in Africa and create a general for them by clicking the empty portrait with the plus at the bottom of your screen.
Okay. I know.
So once you have a general, click on
All right, I know what he's done so
the
far.
general's portrait and click on the front line option. So once you have a general, click on the general's portrait and click on the front line option in your battle plans. Then you're going to want to click the border of Ethiopia, and that will create your front line.
So you don't have to drag it, you just click it. I think I was messing it up. Okay, I'm following. And that general, that front line.
Now click on the general's portrait again and select the offensive.
This is where I always screw up. I always try to okay, say I'm Italy. I get the offensive line and I draw around.
Line option, and then now click on the general's portrait again and select the offensive line option, and then draw the line for your troops to attack. So next you're going to want to click the green arrow above your general's portrait and your troops will automatically attack. So next you're and select the offensive line option, and then draw the line for your troops to attack. So next you're going to want to click the green arrow above your general's portrait and your troops will automatically attack.
Yeah, but how do you know they're not? Don't you have to My problem is I just kind of rather than clicking the green arrow or the front line, I just select them or select the general and then I right click. But then they always just every time I I'll right click on where he is, Addis Ababa. And then a bunch of red lines will go, And I'm thinking, okay, good. And they'll go in a straight line, but then every time they'll get surrounded, and it's really hard for me to like click individual divisions or individual squares and tell them go this way. And every time I just like, I get a bunch of troops, I right click, not like he did, like I should have. I just right click on where I want to go, and then they always get surrounded. Okay, so I don't. So when I do an offensive line, I don't drag it from.
Again and select.
Guys, if you're here to learn yourself, you just watch the original link to the original video. It's in the link. This is me asking people who might know about this to learn myself. So okay. So I get that.
Now click on the
Now the front line,
General's portrait
what
again,
I'm learning
and select
now,
the offensive line.
the offensive line, I would right. You guys can see where I'm pointing, right? I hope. I click right at the blue line at the top here, at the border, and then I'll like drag the line forward to where I want them to go, and then I'll drop it. And these like teal lines just go everywhere. So I didn't know it was to drag a line in the adjacent country that you have the front line with, where they'll go.
Option, and then draw the line for your troops to attack.
So they'll
next you're gonna want to click the green
intelligently
arrow above your general's portrait, and your troops will automatically attack.
And they'll attack in an intelligent way that won't get them surrounded.
Italy also starts off with some planes, and air superiority will help your troops have an easier time invading. So how to conduct an air attack is that you want to first press F3, and then highlight your planes. I
feel like I should be writing this down, but I'm recording it all.
So how to conduct an air attack is that you want to first press F3 and then highlight your planes. Then click on the Air Superiority tab and then right click on the selected region. Then your planes will automatically carry out your orders.
Okay. Sometimes I wasn't exactly sure. So this tells them, so air superiority, and then you draw a certain length in the radius, and they'll keep trying to get air superiority. I would just through like trial and error. I wasn't really sure how to get my planes involved. I would right click on them here, and it would kind of add a number. And I thought, wherever I direct my generals to go, those planes will follow them. But okay, that is very important. So F3. Then he clicked air superiority up here, and then he clicked forward.
Then right click on the selected region. Then your planes will automatically carry out your orders.
Oh my god.
There's also
I'm such an idiot, I feel, but I'm also just so happy because all of this stuff that was driving me nuts is clear now, and I want to go play.
There's also naval attacking, and Italy isn't the best option for this, so I'll show you how to conduct a naval attack with
I haven't even tried to attempt to understand naval attacks yet.
Germany. So first, and Italy isn't the best option for this, so I'll show you how to conduct a naval attack with Germany. So first you're going to need to have naval superiority. So to find this out, your surrounding waters will either be red, yellow, or green.
Okay.
Red means you're losing or do not have any naval superiority. Yellow means you both stalemated. And green means you have naval superiority. To gain naval superiority, you need to click F2, and that will bring you to the strategic navy map. Next, you need to create an admiral to be in charge of your ships. To create one, you need to highlight the unassigned boats and click the empty portrait at the bottom. To create one,
Why he said the unassigned boats? I mean, there's unassigned boats over here. Why is he only selecting those?
you need to highlight the unassigned boats and click the empty portrait at the bottom.
Okay.
Now, the only way to have a naval superiority is to issue a strike force around the waters of your enemy.
Yes,
In
on the
order to
side.
do this, you need to select strike force option and then right-click the seas surrounding your enemy.
You didn't assign a
Now, to carry
Okay.
out an attack, you need to click the general in charge of the naval invasion. Next, you're going to want to click your naval port you want to send your troops from, and then right-click on the green highlighted area that the game shows you to send your naval troops to. Lastly, click the green area above your general, and your troops will automatically attack.
This was also another thing. Like when I'm the USA, and I see these the anchors with the wrench there, the ports areas, and I want to import stuff from places not in North or South America. If I go to the trade thing and I like import from the Dutch East Indies or whatever, or China or whatnot, if I don't build transport ships, will I not get any of that stuff? And I also wonder, like, if I see this, like the anchor wrench sign again, and it's like a 0/4. What does that mean exactly? Like 0/4 ships there? And my last big question is, in order to invade, you had to do the naval superiority. You had to click on, the things, make sure they're green, and then
right-click on the... Next, you're going to want to click your naval port you want to send your troops from, and then right-click on the... Now to carry out an attack, you need to click the general in charge of the
naval invasion order.
Naval invasion. Next,
then you click that, and then you right-click over there. Okay, but do you need... Like, when you create ships or you have ships in these areas, do they come with their crews, or do you have to make like the Marines or make people and make soldiers and then get them to that naval base and then click some action to get them on the boat in order so you can send them over? Or is it not that complicated and it's just, you just do that?
Area that the game shows you to send your naval troops to. Lastly, click the green area above your general, and your troops will automatically attack.
Right. Oh my god, that green arrow button.
That's basically the basics.
I freaking love this video. Thank you. Who is this? Thank you. I will subscribe. You only have 12.5k. This always makes me feel so... Why do... I don't make amazing videos or anything. I'm like, how does this guy have less subs than I do? When you see all the, like, the effort and everything. And, man, great job, dude. This has been so helpful.
The battle tactics...
You deserve way more subs.
When in war. That's basically the basics of the battle tactics you'll be using when in war. So once you win the area, that's basically the basics of the battle tactics you'll be using when in war. So once you win the war, you can either puppet the country or take all states. In this example, I'm not going to go over the puppeting, so just take all states and annex the country.
Yeah, how do you get these score stars? I was trying to annex all of the German Reich, and it cost like 18,000 score stars, and I had like 400 or whatever.
So after you win this battle, you can actually start to delve into the focus tree options. Another important thing to know is your country's menu. So press Q, and that'll bring up this menu, focus tree options. So after you win this battle, you can actually start to delve into the focus tree options.
Why couldn't you do that before?
Another important thing to know is your country's menu. So press Q, and that'll bring up this menu. So in this menu, you can control your laws and government, research and production, and military staff options. Personally, I recommend the player to select war economy, free trade, and extensive conscription.
Yes, see, this is one of the big reasons why the U.S. is so annoying. Well, one is this is the main reason it's so annoying is that it's always like full democracy, and you can't do anything. I can click either disarm nation or I don't even know, volunteer. I think volunteer only. Like, these don't happen until the world's like this 4% reaches like 100.
These options will really benefit your country and help make the most out of it. But again, it's all up to personal preference. Also, by pressing W, you can upgrade either your army troops by researching new weapons, naval ships, airplanes, and engineering and industry. All of these have their own options to benefit their respective categories. Honestly, after getting the basics down, Hearts of Iron 4 is largely up to your personal options. You choose what you want your country to be and how you want to interact with other countries. You build your country and your relationship with the surrounding world by the options you choose in the focus trees and political menu.
I can't believe. So they all go. So when you draw the front line, and then the offensive line, and then you press the arrow, they march forward in a smart way, like going everywhere, rather than just all going to this little province section here and pushing forward really quickly. And then all of this gets captured and I'm surrounded and I die.
Country and your relationship with the surrounding world by the options you choose in the focus trees and political menu. And that's going to be it for this video. A really general overview, and if you found it helpful, be sure to check out some of our other videos and some of our links down below.
Sure thing. I keep thinking it says Cuckold Gaming. That'd be a good name. Or Cubold Gaming. Awesome. For sure. I know that I made that 4-minute, 30-second video into, I don't know how long, like 20 minutes, but yeah, it wasn't to entertain. It was to help me out if you don't mind. See you guys.